Good morning, guys. All right, let's talk some TA. Let's talk some scary price action, and I'll share with you guys what we're going to be talking about for all of our members in the membership tomorrow at Trade Confident.io, the future forecast. Been doing a lot of prepping this week, guys, for what's to come. This drop, in my personal opinion, isn't making me nervous at all. Hope you guys can see my sentiment here. Let's just quickly go over what is actually happening. So Bitcoin has created what's called a cup and handle pattern that is outlined by this white line here for the cup, and the handle is in white here, okay? What we ended up doing is we ended up breaking out very quickly. We ended up having basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's very small, green candles in a row. So to have 5 days of bullishness without any pullbacks is very uncommon. So what we're doing right now is we're just coming back to retest really the strongest support line we have through this sideways pattern here. And if we look at this, let me mock this up for you guys. I'll make this a little bit bigger here so you can see this too. If you take a look at this, we've got a couple supports now that we have that can actually act as bounce zones. So I'm not getting nervous, guys. We're going to have to break a lot lower than this for me to start getting nervous and maybe adjusting some of our portfolios. But right now we're just at support 1. And if we get a bounce from here, I wouldn't be too surprised. A move down from here, it's still not surprising for me if we move down and come down to about 103, just to kind of come down and break and retest the descending support line now. So for Bitcoin to drop from here another 3, maybe 4%, altcoins to go down maybe another 12%, it doesn't have me nervous. It doesn't have me feeling from a technical analysis perspective like we need to get out of the market, because in the same vein of me showing you guys this, I also can see, and I'll be showing you guys tomorrow in the future forecast, the first link in the description there, why Altseason, I do believe, has started. It's just a very slow start to it. I've said this before, guys, but BlackRock is clearly shifting their allocation from Bitcoin to Ethereum. We can see that. And when you start seeing institutions starting to rotate their money over into different assets, and actually, let's pull up a different chart here. Can I show you guys this real quick? I'm just going to do this on the fly. So let's create a new chart, and let's actually look at ETH Bitcoin for a moment. This is going to be a chart that I want to talk about a little bit more. Because we are seeing some bullishness on here. So if you go ETH BTC and we take a look at this, we'll do this on Binance. My apologies. Bitcoin ETH is what I want. BTC to ETH. Let's go Vantage. Sure. What I want you guys to see here is the breakdown of what's happening with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin to Ethereum. Obviously, we had this ascending support line. We broke this, and Ethereum did quite well. Well, what's happening right now is we have broken this kind of somewhat of this sloppy, it's not a bear flag because really we need an ascending channel, but we have this impulse move down here with kind of this symmetrical triangle pattern. Now, which way do symmetrical triangle patterns break? Well, it usually breaks from the impulse move. So the impulse move is actually the move down that we got. So the impulse move usually continues out of a symmetrical triangle pattern in the direction that it first impulsed. So this would obviously be to the downside. So what's happening here is Bitcoin, you guys can see from this chart here, is actually losing steam to Ethereum. Well, there's no wonder why BlackRock from on-chain data is shifting from Bitcoin allocations into Ethereum. Well, what does this mean? It means that the market's going to go back and forth and have some turmoil. That's okay. But I do think this actually signals for us that Bitcoin to Ethereum has the potential to start coming back down and finding some ground around these levels here where Bitcoin does start bleeding. Now, this doesn't mean Bitcoin has to collapse in price. I actually think Bitcoin price will continue upwards, but we're looking at the relationship of how much money is actually in Ethereum to Bitcoin. This is not a dominance chart here, but we can kind of correlate those together. Dominance, however, I do believe on Bitcoin is going to start dropping. Now, when you have Ethereum taking this very fast move to the downside here, it's not uncommon to get a break and retest back up, and then we start making our way back down to the bottom. So to have Ethereum actually lose steam against Bitcoin coming up here, that's okay. Like, that's a very common technical analysis pattern. So I'm not losing sleep over this. I actually love that Bitcoin to Ethereum has broken down, and Bitcoin is actually weakening right now to Ethereum. And so when I look at it like this, guys, this does not have me concerned. I know altcoins aren't looking too good, but really just in a flash moment's notice, this whole thing can turn back around. And real quick before I leave you guys here, we'll go over far more. I've got new charts tomorrow that I haven't even shown you guys before, but I just wanted to give you guys a little bit more today. take a look real quick at the 1 month time frame on Bitcoin. We left a lot of liquidity, guys, to the upside. So sitting around here at about $110,000 up to about 113, there's just a lot of liquidity that hasn't been touched. So let Bitcoin go down, let it go down to 106, let it even go down to 104. Even go down and take out 103.5. It's not a concern. It's just let the market chop around here. I wouldn't be making any knee-jerk reactions. We're just retracing back to support. At any moment here, we could be flying back up. So here's what I want to transition to. This is great that I'm showing you guys this, but you need a longer-term horizon. So here's where we're going to go over tomorrow morning in the future forecast. I actually want to show you guys some evidence of why I think these prophetic calls of a flash crash coming in the market is true based off of Bitcoin hitting a $10 trillion market cap and then collapsing. Did you guys know there's actually a bullish pattern on Bitcoin right now on logarithmic time frame? I'll show you guys tomorrow. That's creating an ascending, it's like an ascending narrowing wedge pattern, which is incredibly bearish. So while people are talking about Bitcoin potentially not losing as much steam in coming bear markets because so much money is flowing into Bitcoin ETFs, the technical analysis pattern says we could actually come into the largest bear market we've ever seen after this peak this year. And then Bitcoin could possibly go down, and we could actually shift into what's called a utility season, where we start seeing XRP, XLM start taking off. Guys, actually right after this video, I'm gonna pull together a time frame for you guys of all the events that are coming up for XRP and basically the ISO coins that you guys need to get ready for. I think a utility run is coming. I just shared this morning, so I'm going a little bit longer. I'll talk about this tomorrow. We're gonna go over all the exit prices for XRP tomorrow on the master chart we have because I want you guys to see that. So real quick, let me read this out to you guys. I know you can't see this, but just hang out there for a second. So Brad Garlinghouse stated at Apex 2025 that he thinks XRP would capture 14% of Swift's volume within 5 years. So this guy put this through Grok. This basically says that the price would need to be at $502 if XRP is going to capture 14% of Swift's volume in 5 years. Guys, XRP is either the best investment of our entire lifetimes or it's just going to follow the market cycle. So I want to talk about that tomorrow, how getting into XRP, looking at these exit prices could literally set you guys up to be millionaires for the first time. In the next 5 years, if it goes to $502, there will not be another investment on planet Earth that's better than this, if this comes true. And I do think there's actually strong validity to this. When I show you the chart and all banks need to go digital into ISO by November of this year, like, you better get ready for this. So all of that and a whole lot more we're doing in the future forecast tomorrow morning. So if you guys want to join me, I'm trading a $1.5 million account. I put my money where my mouth is. I'm not here to just get clicks. My family and my life depend on the good analysis that I do here. So the first link in the description will take you guys over to tradeconfident.io. Go ahead and click that. It will give you guys 25% off the membership, and you guys can watch the future forecast that's right here tomorrow morning, which will be June 13th. Feel free to join the trade setups, guys. We're 293 wins and 0 losses and have 15 trades active. We hold the highest win rate ever recorded on cryptocurrency, which has been pretty awesome. God gave us a really good amount of wisdom and knowledge, I believe, to create a strategy that new traders can come in and for the first time they can win 10, 20, 30, 40, maybe even 100 trades in a row by using good risk management. So it's pretty awesome what we're doing over here, and I think you guys will like it. All right, guys. Enjoy the 25% discount. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Join the family, and you guys will see every single move I make with my portfolio. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Watch this XRP masterclass tomorrow. I think you guys are going to like this. Bye, guys.